Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here. We are back doing another how to draw video. And this video we are drawing Rick and Morty, the dynamic duo from the show Rick and Morty. 1,000 years Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty for 1,000 years. Anyway, I actually have watched this show. It's one of my favorites. Rick and Morty is really good. But this video was requested by Caddy. Thank you so much for the request. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy Rick and Morty at the end. Honestly, they're not too hard to draw. Like most cartoon characters, they're just kind of basic shapes. So, but I'll go through it step by step. We'll figure out how to do all this. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. It really helps me out. So if you could do that, I would appreciate it. Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get our pencils ready and let's jump in. Alright guys, so get your pencils ready and let's jump in. So basically what we're going to start with is the gesture, and we'll start with Morty here. And basically what we're going to do is just draw a nice light circle like this. Then what we're going to do is go into kind of like this kind of rectangle like underneath him. Then he's going to have like an arm here. His hands would be about here. They kind of go below the shirt line that we're going to have right about there. So his hands will be about here and here. I'll have like another little shoulder kind of right there. Then he's going to have like a pants, where his pants are. And then it's just two kind of straight rectangles down like this. And again, draw light. This is only the gesture. I'm just kind of drawing out the shapes. And then we're going to have like a foot here and a foot here. And that's pretty good. And now for Rick, what we can do is his head will be about here. And his head's more of an oval. Instead of Morty's is more of a circle. Rick's is more of an oval. And then we can get our whole kind of like rectangle right about here. He's going to have like the pants section right about there. And he's going to have a leg goes out and makes kind of like an L. And then this one kind of makes an L but going this way. And he's going to have his hand about here. And he'll have another hand about right there. But that's pretty good for the gesture. So we can jump into detail. So I'll zoom in and we'll finish Morty and then we'll do Rick. So if you want to, you can draw the crosshairs. They'd be something like this because Morty is looking up. But all you want to do here is draw a nice, decent sized circle like this. Right there, like that. And you can put a little dot in the middle. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Basically just drawing a nice big circle. That. Put another dot right about there. And you get like a little C shape right here for Morty's nose. And now what we're going to do is start right about here and draw basically a circle that goes all the way around his head. So we kind of just follow the shape that we have here. We're going to stop about here, so we're going to get like this nice elongated kind of C shape. And then his ear actually goes under his eye, so his eye line will be about here. His ear is this little C shape right here, just below the kind of eye line. And then all you need to do is just wrap another circle around it, like this. Easy stuff. And then for his hair, it's basically this just kind of curved line that goes up. And it's kind of like just this little like afro that goes around his head. It has like a little bit of a dip in it at parts, but then just goes behind the ear like that. And then his smile is just a little curved line like that. That's pretty much his face. Now we could jump into his body, which his body is pretty simple. We'll start off here and just go right into like the shoulder. So it's just this curved line that goes off his head and it goes down about here. And then it's going to go make a straight line across and it's going to curve up like that. Here we'll start about right here kind of like a little bit below where this line ends. And just draw a curved line going down. Then it's going to curve over. And then the arm's going to kind of block it, but we'll draw in his other sleeve before we draw in his arms. And here, very similar, we're just going to go curve line going down. Where you kind of meet here, we'll just have a straight line going across. So those are his sleeves. And now we'll draw in his arms, or at least this arm, and then we'll save this arm for last. His arms are pretty simple. A little tip, just the way they draw these characters is like this line will start really close to this edge. So we'll just draw a line going down about here. Now this line will start a little bit farther away from this edge, so we'll start about here. So there's like a lot of space, like it's closer here and then it goes off a little bit to the arm. They do this a lot. It'll happen on this arm and where the pants are too. So just keep that in mind, little detail, make it look a little bit better. So now we got his arm in. Now we could go straight into the hand. So we're gonna have like an oval for the thumb, and his fingers are gonna go out about there. So his hand will be probably about that big. And all we're going to do is just kind of follow this line, kind of curve it into a thumb right about here. Curve it in. And then here, it's pretty much just a long line going down, and then it curves up like that. And we'll get another one about here for another finger. This one will be slightly smaller than the other ones. And then the last one won't be as long as any of them. Like that. I'll kind of erase some of the guidelines and redraw it in so it's super clear. So we're going to curve out for the thumb here, go in and over. Straight line going down, and it'll curve up a little bit, go in. The middle finger will be just slightly longer than the index finger, going in. This finger will be a little bit shorter than that, and then the pinky's the shortest one. And then just curves up to the arm there, like that. So now that we got that down, we can draw in Morty's pants. So his pants aren't bad. Again, we're going to start a little bit before this line, this corner. Start about here, and draw a line going straight down. It's going to curve out for his pants, like that. This line's going to curve up, about there. Then we're going to get a curve line that goes across the middle portion of his pants. And then we're going to go down. Get another straight line like that. And then we're basically just going to go up. And then his shoes are super easy. Basically just draw this kind of like U shape. Like that. Same thing on this side. And then for his shoes, it's basically just this curve line that kind of goes into like a point here. And then goes up. Like that. And then this one is just a curve line going down, or a straight line going down. Kind of curves around, straightens out the bottom, and then goes up. And then just to finish off his other hand here, basically it's pretty much the same thing. We'll get an oval about here for the thumb. And it is this straight line going down. And we'll curve out and over for the thumb here. I'll curve up and then in like that. And then here we'll just get a long line going down. Curve it in and up. Another one about here. Another one, and then the pinky. Like that. So that's pretty much how you draw Morty. Now we're going to jump into Rick, and we'll start off with his head, which is very similar to Morty's, actually. Some key differences, but we can draw the crosshairs in here. We will start off with the eyes. So basically the same exact thing, just these big circles. There's one. There's two. Actually, I can make that a little bit bigger. You want them to be about the same size. That one was definitely shorter than the other one. That's much better. And Rick is looking up, so we can draw the pupils right about here. And now Rick's nose is like, instead of like a little C shape, it's kind of more of a U shape, slightly longer, like that. And then he also has bags under his eyes, so to draw that in, it's this little curve line that goes right under his eyes here, and then here. This one will kind of have like a bump and connect to the eye. And then when you get that down, you can draw in the head shape, which the head shape is pretty much this big kind of cylinder, not cylinder, oval type shape. So it'd be something like that. Could probably make it a little bit longer on the bottom here because we got to put it in his mouth. So it'd be something like that, kind of like a bean almost. It kind of looks like a bean with a face. Like that. And now we'll draw in his mouth, which his mouth is like this kind of elongated oval. So we get a nice long curve line like this. Wraps around, kind of dips in again, and then over. And then we get some just little bumps for his teeth here. These go all the way across. And then some on the bottom too. And then just for his mouth, he has a kind of like these lines that are around his eyes. We get around his mouth like this. So nothing too hard. And he'll also have an ear right about here. And just this little curve line like this. Kind of round this off a little bit more. It's a little bit too long on top. Like that. And now an easy way to do his hair is basically just draw a circle that goes around his head like this. And then all you do is kind of just draw these big kind of spike shapes that follow the edges of the circle here. Like that. Same thing on this side, just these big kind of spiky shapes that go all the way around. And again, they don't go past this like circle line. So there we go. And then he also has a unibrow. I'm going to fix this head shape. Again, this is why we draw light, is so we do have the option to erase and not make it look like a permanent mistake. There we go. And now for he also has an eyebrow, or basically a unibrow. So basically what it's going to do is this little kind of C shape right here. And it's going to go across and then dip down in the middle and then over. So you get kind of like this, like kind of elongated kind of V shape. And then you just draw a top line that hugs the bottom line we have here. Like that. Alright, and I think Rick's head is probably the hardest part about this. But now we could draw in his body, which isn't actually too bad. Make a little bit of edits, but we'll draw in his shoulder, like the top of his shoulder here. So it's basically this curved line that goes up and then over, like this. And now we're going to get a long kind of curved line that just curves down and then over like this. Zoom out a little bit. This is going to be his coat. And then here for his coat details, you basically get this kind of like triangle, like that. And you get another smaller one that just dips down like this. And these lines don't touch, like this line and this line don't touch this line. That's good. And then we'll just start with a curved line about here, and I'll dip down and over. So this is the edge of his coat. And then he'll have another curved line right there for his arm. And now for the other side of his coat, pretty much the same thing. So basically what we're going to do is draw a nice long curved line. But when we get to the leg about here, we're going to just curve it up and around like that. And now we'll get the triangles for the collar. Like that. And I'm actually going to gesture in kind of his arm a little bit. So there's going to be a shoulder. And go up into his hand, which will probably about here now that we're actually drawing it in. So that's pretty good. And we'll have a nice long curve line. Curves in like this. And then around this curve line, we are going to draw just this nice long curve dipping in like that. And now we could draw on his shirt, which isn't hard. It's this just curve line that goes in the middle of the jacket here. And then you're going to get a nice little square for his belt buckle. And another curve line that goes in like that. And then his shirt's tucked in, so you can draw little wavy curve lines on the bottom here. Show his shirt being tucked in. And now that we got that down, we could draw in his legs. So his leg is going to go out from here, curve down, stop about here, and it's going to curve up. And then we'll get a line going across. And then you basically get like this L going down here like this. And now we could draw on his shoe, which is almost the same as this foot right here. So we're going to get that U shape. And now we're going to get a line going down. Kind of curve it around and then up. Like that. And now we can finish off Rick's hand here, and then his arm, and then we're good. So we can do his hand. It'll be about here. And what I like to do is, again, do a little oval for the thumb. And then his hand would go out, kind of curve around like this, and then in. So you get kind of like a midden shape, like that. And now we're going to get a curve line that follows this oval, and it's going to extend out, and then in. And then it's going to go straight into the fingers here, so we're going to get one up, and then down. And a second one that goes up, touches this little curve line that we have here, goes down. Same thing with this one. And then the pinky on the last one, like that. And then it just curves back into the thumb there. And then we just get a nice little curve line right here for the hand. And I'm actually going to erase all the guidelines and draw that again so you guys can see it a little bit better. But again, this is why you draw the guidelines light. So now I have just like the kind of final shape that I want. And I can simply just quickly draw this back in. Like that. A little curve line for the thumb. And now basically what we do is we draw a nice kind of oval right here for the sleeve, and then we're just going to draw a line going in here for his like wrist. Probably draw another one right about there. And then here we just simply connect this to his shoulder here, so it's going to dip down and then in like that, and then this one will dip down, kind of curve in like that. And just the very last thing we need to do is draw Rick's hand on Morty's shoulder. And basically to draw that, we could draw 4 circles like this, and then just little curve, like little kind of bean type shapes. So you get 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Right there like that. So you see Rick's hand on Morty's shoulder. And that's all there is to it. So, oh, actually, nope, not quite. We actually do see his lab coat right about here. So, basically, it would be this kind of curve line that goes down and then just curves over like this. And you get a nice little curve line right here. Just show it like folding in and going that way because he's hunched over. So, yeah, that's pretty much how you draw Rick and Morty. Again, not too hard. Very simple shapes. Just kind of do a gesture it out first, so you get all like the proportions kind of right, and then it'll be easy just to jump in and do it. But I will put the sketch that we just did up here. I will put the inked version we also did beforehand up there, and there you have it. So really fun. I actually really do like Rick and Morty. Definitely a good show. Recommend you watch it. But anyway, thank you again, Caddy, for the request. If you guys have requests, I do take them. All you need to do is leave what you want me to draw in the comment section below. I'll put your name and what you requested on my how to draw list, and then on Sunday when I make a drawing video, I just randomly pick one off the list. There's no time frame. It's just kind of what I feel like drawing that day. So, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys for the next one. Alright, thanks for watching. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.